So here I've got corn and carrots, and then I've got zucchini growing. You can see in there how it's coming. We picked a few today. This is Swiss chard under here. Actually quite nice. And then I've got some beans, potatoes, more zucchini plants. Those are the big ones. These are ones that I planted from seed. And a watermelon. Now, I haven't had time to weed lately, so just ignore the weeds for now. Peas, we just picked a whole bunch for today. And I stomped on my onions the way my mom used to, so that the bulbs can get bigger. So you can see how they're going to start to form more of the bulb in there. And the potatoes have gone crazy. So you can see those. The kale is crazy. These are all the potatoes. And the ground is quite dry. You can see that. And I actually dug a few potatoes yesterday to see. I planted two kinds of beets. I had beets on the other side, but these are the ones that kind of grow. If I pull one, you can see these are the long ones. So I've got those. Beans we just picked today. And then I've got more beets here. And I did actually thin these ones out, so they are getting to be a nice size. So that's pretty good. Let's take some of those in. And the peppers are not doing making peppers, but they've been totally stripped by hail. So I'm not sure whether they're going to be late this year, but I think so. And then I've got tomatoes. Again, the tomatoes were all grown from seed. My daughter actually grew them, and I grew some. Spinach, I just kind of picked a bunch just now. I've got cucumbers, both pickling cucumbers and then regular cucumbers. Oh, and I've got more spinach that I forgot I planted that is starting to come. And the celery is doing great. And then these huckleberries. So you can see they're just starting to turn black. And there's a few that are turning black. So when they turn completely black, that's when they'll be ripe. And my daughter planted these from seed and then gave me them, and I just transplanted them into here. And I do have some, they're called ground cherries. So that's what this plant is. So you can see the little cherry forming under there, the ground cherry. And over here is my squash. And down there you can see the biggest one. I don't know if you can see that. If I can get in there. It's probably, let's just say, bigger than my hand. And I do have long hands, so it's going to be quite a few. There's lots of blooms, lots of flowers on them. And, whoops, we'll see how they go. And over here, if you take a view from there, it's like crazy what 4 weeks can do in a garden. This is the watermelon here. These ones actually have two little babies on there. So you can see there, one teeny weeny one, and there's another one down here. And I've never tried watermelon before. Well, I might have tried it in the Okanagan, but this is Alberta, gardening in Zone 3. And it's actually Leduc County is where I'm located. And this is I'm trying to think if it's our second year I believe it's our second year with this garden. This was all basically dirt. Or sorry, grass. Like just over here, that whole field there, that's what this was. So to have growth in here, growing, I'm pretty happy about that, because this would have been just all grass, like a grassy field, and we turned it into a garden spot. And I'll take another little video and show you where I have a few other things. I'll just actually carry on. Hopefully my camera won't die. This is a few of the pickings from today. Got some spinach in there. I've got a ton of peas down there. I've got yellow and green beans in there as well. And over here, on the other side of my yard, I will show you a few other things. So, beside the shed, I planted tomatoes, you can see here. And I do have cherry ones, which are all doing quite well. And some bigger ones that are, I think these are, I can't remember the name of them. Anyways, I did buy these from a greenhouse because mine froze and I didn't get any. This is all 3 different kinds of garlic. I think there's about 85 bulbs in there. So again, gonna try that this year. And I have a grape. And I did put all these flower beds in here because when we moved here, there was nothing except a tiny little raspberry patch, which I'll actually show you. So you can see I've got a couple of clusters of grapes here. And a lot of people think you can't grow grapes in Alberta, but you certainly can. Sunflowers, again, those popped up from seed. All the raspberries. The only thing that was on this property was the raspberries, and now they have just overtaken so much. My dill came up from seed from last year. The onions, or sorry, these are chives. These are like an Egyptian walking onion, so they grow the onion up on top, and you can use all of this greenery. You actually just pop those off and replant them, and you will get new onions. These ones I'm trying to save the seed for, so I'm letting them go to seed. They're like a multiplier. And then I've got some rhubarb over here, and I already picked it once and made pies, so this is going to be the second time. And then the raspberries I think I picked about 3 times now, and I think yesterday was the biggest picking, where I got about 3/4 of an ice cream pail, which is pretty good. And they need to be picked again every single day right now because they're all ripe. Anyway, that's kind of a little garden tour of what my yard is like right now. A little fairy garden thing I made. And then I went to buy more fairies and they were sold out. We added a little rock bed there. By the gazebo, I planted all of these here last year. So in the fall, I've got some Maltese cross, some delphinium. It was actually a plant one of my aunts gave me that was my grandma's. This one is a beard's tongue, and we used to grow this in West Bank in BC, and you can almost cut that right down and it will just grow again. And this is a apple tree which I put in last year. This one is a Prairie Magic apple. I didn't get any fruit on it this year. It's still getting the odd bloom, but it's not going to produce. Last year we got maybe 10 apples off of there. And this one is actually a Macintosh. You have to have 2 apples. It's called a Hardy Mac, and I did get quite a few off that one last year. Nothing this year. I don't know if it's because everything froze or what. I've got a lilac tree that I put in. And then I've got a black lace. And it's surprising because this one says it was only good to 30 below. And this one actually survived the 45 to 50 below this past winter. These are called Cupid cherries. I bought 2 of those, put those in this year. And I want to show you this. I did put in a new grape over here this year. And this one is called Valiant Grape. And it won't produce probably maybe next year, the year after. And then this grape is one that I actually thought died. And that's why I bought this one. So now I'm going to have to move one of those in the spring or fall this year. I expanded this little garden section and changed a couple of the trees around, or shrubbery that I had. I had this one over by the gazebo, and lots of these are perennials, so lots of them are biennials, and they'll come back next year. My flower pots, a lot of different variety. And over here beside the gazebo, we put in a whole set of cedars, but we did not know that they wouldn't grow here, and they didn't survive. I should have took them back. So we've got one that's doing well and the other 2 are not. And then I just love this kale. It's called flowering kale, so it's not edible, but it definitely is very attractive, and it should turn a little more burgundy in the fall. And I planted these this year, so I would definitely plant them again. Lots of the Elysium came up from seed, and it just kind of made a bit of a mess, but I did buy some of those as well. And on this side, I think I already showed you that. I've got delphinium on this spot over here, beside the rain barrel here. A little piece here, and that should grow probably 6 to 7 feet tall. And again, more Maltese cross, a rose I planted in memory of my mom, and stone crop. This will get bright pink flowers in the fall. It's actually quite attractive. And then the grape in memory of my dad. And this, right now, this fence is 6 feet tall. We had added a 2-foot extension on there, and last February my husband did that, so just to keep our dogs in there and to keep deer out in case they do decide they want to come in the yard. And then basically that is it for now. And if you've been watching any of my videos, you would notice that I had been posting videos on our brick work that we've been doing. So the little update right now, this is kind of what that looks like. So a combination of the update of the bricks and the gardening update. And we just finished this top section here, so this still needs to get planted. Not crazy about putting landscape fabric in, but we're going to try it and see if it helps. Right now it's a bit of a mess because it's not quite ready to plant, and I'm just going to put some more of this ornamental kale, or ornamental cabbage, whatever they call it. I think it's called ornamental kale. And again, got the bark mulch ready to be put in there a bit later. And that's basically my yard. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some of it, and stay tuned. I will probably post more in the fall when I'll be trimming down certain plants and reaping a lot of the vegetables from the garden. Thanks for watching. If you like it, give it a like.